Keller. Jasmine, take it away.
Good morning, class. My name is Jasmine, and although I know it is May, we've been working on this project in the course of April, so in honor of April being the month to raise autism awareness, I'll be discussing the role of technology in the lives of people with autism. Specifically, the use of Apple applications on the iPhone, the iPad, and the iTouch to aid autistic children in their process of beginning to communicate. So, there are many organizations participating in the efforts to create these apps, and the organizations that I have been focusing on are Autism Speaks and Brain Parade. Autism Speaks is an organization that educates people on autism, and they also help to raise awareness. They provide ways to help them, such as organizing events such as walk events and holding sponsorships for these walk events, and also they ask for donations for autism too. Multiple effective apps have already been created and publicized by organizations such as Autism Speaks, and some include My Choice Works, My Choice Board, Touch and Say, and Social Skills Builder. So the reason people decided to create apps on iPads and Apple technology is because children today are really fascinated by the way this technology works. If you see, when you go with your family, you see the younger kids playing on their parents' iPhones or iPads. And so they figured we should make something that the children enjoy and can learn from. So in order to get the gist of what these activities provide, I downloaded a couple of apps onto my iPhone. This one, Touch and Say, it gives the user the option to feel, talk, look, sing, color, or to be silly. And when pressing on one of these options, a user has the choice to do just that with the activities it provides. I also downloaded Social Skills Builder, and in this application, they provide a short 1 to 2 minute video, and then after the video is over, they provide comprehension questions. So these apps are not just for entertainment purposes, but they're also for education. These apps have already made a big impact on the lives of children with autism. I found these children on the Autism Speaks webpage with captions of what they're doing, and what they all have in common, they are all communicating for the first time. So this is really inspiring because the boy in the top right, he looks a little older, and with the use of these apps, he is able to communicate for the first time in his life. And the boy in the top left, he's around 3 years old, but he is unnamed in his caption. But his mother states that getting him the iPad was the best decision ever because he has been communicating for the first time. So another perspective to see how effective these apps are would be from a professional in this field. These include pathologists, specialists, and consultants. Ms. Vicki Clark, who I found on the Autism Speaks webpage also, she is a pathologist in this field. And in an interview with her, she answers a couple questions. So the first question, how do these apps help? Well, like I said earlier, children are very fascinated by technology, and they are content with the effectiveness and the consistency that technology provides. So, and then another question, what are some steps for the parents to introduce this technology to the kids? Well, parents should keep in mind that they're getting this technology for the needs of their child. So, and they should also, she recommends beginning with a speech-generating device. And once the child shows progress in that, they can move up to the iPad and iPhone. And this is all for the interest of saving money for the family. So I mentioned earlier that in association with Autism Speaks, there's another company called Brain Parade, founded by this man in the bottom right, named Jim McClafferty. And they are also participating in the creation of apps too. Their most famous app is See Touch Learn for the iPad. And See Touch Learn is especially effective in helping children communicate with autism because they provide flashcards on anything you could think of: food, clothing, animals, Also, another great part of this app is it gives the user the option to customize the way they learn things at their own pace and to their own understanding. And so besides educating you on the apps that help autism, I also wanted to bring to light the effects technology has on our generation today. So many people think that technology is, I guess, dumbing down our society, and that could be true in terms of media and entertainment, but in terms of helping people who cannot necessarily help themselves, these apps are like tiny little miracles for each and every one of them. And it is all thanks to companies such as Autism Speaks and Brain Parade, and they are able to make their lives more aspiring. Thank you, that's my presentation.